Once upon a time, there lived a man named Ebenezer Scrooge. Oh, but he was a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone with Scrooge. A squeezing, retching, grasping, scraping, clutching, covet-souled sinner. Now, of all good days of the year, on Christmas Eve, old Scrooge sat busy in his counting house.
Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Bah! Humbug!
Christmas is a humbug, Uncle. You don't mean that, I'm sure.
I do! Merry Christmas! What's Christmas time to you? You're poor enough.
Come then. What reason do you have to be morose? You're rich enough.
Bah! Humbug!
Don't be cross, Uncle.
What else can I be when I live in such a world of fools as this? Out upon Merry Christmas! What's Christmas time to you but a time of paying bills without money? A time of finding yourself a year older but not an hour richer. If I could work my will, every idiot who goes out with a Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart.
Uncle?
Nephew, keep Christmas in your way and let me keep it in mine.
Don't be angry, Uncle. Come, dine with us tomorrow.
Never.
But why? Why?
Why did you get married, huh?
Because I fell in love.
Because you fell in love? Good afternoon!
Nay, Uncle. You never came to see me for that happened. I'll give it as a reason for not coming now.
Good afternoon!
I want nothing from you. I ask nothing from you. Why cannot we be friends?
Good afternoon.
I'm sorry with all my heart to find you so resolute, but I'll keep my Christmas humor to last. So a Merry Christmas, Uncle, and a Happy New Year!
Good afternoon!
Merry Christmas, Godfather.
Thank you, sir, and to you.
Scrooge and Marley's, I believe. Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Mr. Marley died 7 years ago this very night.
At this festive season of year, Mr. Scrooge, it is more than usually desirable that we should make some slight provisions for the poor and destitute who suffer greatly at the present time.
Many thousands are in want of common necessaries. Hundreds of thousands are in want of common comforts, sir.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons.
And the union workhouses, are they still in operation?
They are, still, I wish I could say they were not.
The treadmill and the poor law are in full vigor then?
Both very busy, sir.
Oh, I was afraid, from what you said at first, that something had occurred to stop them in their useful course. I am very glad to hear it.
Under the impression that they scarcely furnish Christian cheer of mind or body to the multitude, a few of us are endeavoring to raise a fund to buy the poor some meat and drink and means of warmth. We choose this time because it is a time of all others when want is keenly felt and abundance rejoices. What shall I put you down for?
Nothing!
You wish to be anonymous?
I wish to be left alone. I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry. I help to support the establishments I have mentioned. They cost enough, and those who are badly off must go there.
Many can't go there, and many would rather die.
If they'd rather die, then they'd better do it, and decrease the surplus population. Besides, it's none of my business.
Surely it is the business of all of us.
It's not my business. It's enough for a man to understand his own business and not to interfere with other people's. Besides, it's not my business. Mine occupies me constantly. Good afternoon! Want all day tomorrow, I suppose?
If quite convenient, sir.
It's not convenient and it's not fair. If I were to stop at halftime for it, you think yourself ill-used, I'll be bound.
Well, sir,
And yet, if I were to stop a day's wages for no work, you wouldn't think me ill-used, would you?
It's only once a year, sir.
A poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. Besides, be here all the earlier the next morning.
Oh, yes, sir. I will, sir.
The office was closed in a twinkling. Scrooge walked out with a growl and went home to his gloomy suite of rooms.
You don't believe in me.
I don't.
Why do you doubt your senses?
Because a little thing affects them. A slight disorder of the stomach makes them cheats. You could be an undigested bit of beef or a fragment of underdone potato. There's more gravy than a grape about you, whatever you are. Mercy! Dreadful operation! Why do you trouble me?
I wear the chain I forged in life. I made it link by link and yard by yard. I grinded it on of my own free will, and of my own free will I wore it. Is its pattern strange to you?
Cash boxes? Keys and ledgers? Purses and padlocks?
It is likened to the chain that you, Ebenezer, are bearing for yourself.
But you're always a good man of business, Jacob.
Business? Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. Charity, mercy, forbiddance, and benevolence were all my business. Why did I walk through the crowds of fellow beings with my eyes turned down, and never raise them to that blessed star which led the wise men to a poor abode? Now hear me!
I will!
I'm here tonight to warn you that you have yet a chance and hope to escape the fate I tread.
Thank you! You're always a good friend to me.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits.
I'd rather not.
Without their visits, you cannot have a hope or a chance to escape the path I dread. Expect the first, tomorrow, when the bell tolls 1. Expect the second, upon the next night, at the same hour. And expect the third, on the next night, when the last stroke of 12 has ceased to vibrate. Now look to see me no more, and look back for your own sake. Remember what has passed between
us. What had happened, thought Scrooge. The more he thought of it, the more perplexed he was. Was it all a dream? He went to bed, and whether it was from all the emotion he had undergone, or the fatigues of the day, he soon fell asleep. Scrooge awoke to the chimes of the neighboring church as it struck the hour, and he remembered the ghost had warned him of the visitation when the bell tolled 1.
Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Ooh, and what are you then?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
No, your past.
May I inquire what business brings you here?
Your welfare. Rise and walk with me. They stood upon an open country road with fields on either hand. The city had entirely vanished. The darkness and the mist had vanished with it. For it was a clear, cold winter day with snow upon the ground.
Good heavens! I was bred in this place. I was a boy here. 1,000 thoughts and hopes of dreams long, long forgotten have come flooding back to me.
Your lip is trembling. And what is that upon your cheek?
It's nothing. Carry on, Spirit.
You recollect the way.
Remember it? I would know it blindfolded. There's the bridge and my church and the winding river. And look, that's my schoolhouse. Those students being let out, I know each one of them. Hello, lads. Hello. Merry Christmas to you. Why, they don't see me.
These are but shadows of the things that have been. They have no consciousness of us. But why do you remember it so happily? It is Merry Christmas that they say to one another. But what is Merry Christmas to you, Ebenezer Scrooge? Out upon Merry Christmas. What good has it ever done for you? Happy schoolboys going home for the holidays. But the school is not quite deserted. A solitary child is left there still. Do you know him?
Yes, it is myself as a boy.
Poor boy, neglected by his friends and family.
When mother died of consumption, father became distant. There was no place for me at home, so I was sent away to school. All alone except for my storybooks. Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves, Aladdin and the Genie, Robinson Crusoe and Friday.
Let us see another Christmas.
Dear brother, I have come to bring you home, dear brother, to bring you home, home, home.
Home, little fan?
Yes, home for good and all, home forever and ever. Father is so much kinder than he used to be. He spoke so gently to me one dear night when I was going to bed that I was not afraid to ask him once more if you might come home. And he said that yes, you should, and sent me in the coach to bring you. And we're to be together all the Christmas long and have the merriest time in the world.
You are quite a woman, little fan.
Always such a delicate creature whom a breath might have withered. But she had a large heart.
So she did, Spirit. I will not gainsay it. God forbid.
She died a woman giving birth, I think.
Yes.
Your nephew.
Yes, it was a child in the providence that took her from me.
Come, I have more to show you. This warehouse, do you know it?
Know it? I was apprenticed here. And why, it's old Fezziwig. Bless his heart. Fezziwig alive again.
Yo ho there, Ebenezer! No more work tonight. Christmas Eve, Ebenezer. Clear up, my lad. We need lots of room here. It's time to play. Time to sing and make merry. Welcome, welcome. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Where's the fiddler?
gratitude.
Small?
Is it not? He has spent but a few pounds of your mortal money. 3 or 4, perhaps. Is that so much that he deserves this praise?
It's not that, Spirit. He has the power to render us happy or unhappy. Our service, a pleasure or a burden. Light or burdensome.
My time grows short. Quick.
Why heavens, it's Belle, beautiful Belle.
And yourself, grown now, quite affluent.
You are changed. You fear the world too much. There's nothing as hard as poverty, so I purse wealth. I have seen your nobler aspirations fall off one by one, until the master passion game engrosses you. Our contract is an old one. I must release you. Have I ever sought release? In words, no. Never. In what then? In everything that made my love of any worth or value in your sight. If you were free today, tomorrow, yesterday, can even I believe you would choose a dowerless girl? If this had ever been between us, tell me, would you seek me out and try to win me now?
Yes, yes, oh say yes.
You think not.
No, no.
May you be happy in the life you have chosen. Goodbye, Ebenezer. Goodbye.
No, no, oh no. Fool, go after her, beg her forgiveness.
He cannot hear you.
Spirit, show me no more. Conduct me home. Why do you like to torture me?
I told you, these were but shadows of the things that have been. They are what they are. Do not blame me.
Ebenezer Scrooge! Ebenezer Scrooge! Come, come! Know me better, man!
Who are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas present! Look upon me! You have never seen the likes of me before!
Never. Spirit, as I know your duty is to teach me, and I want to profit by it. So lead on, Spirit.
Touch my robe!
They went on, invisible in the suburbs of the town. Perhaps it was the good spirits, own, kind, generous, hearty nature, and his sympathy with all poor men, that led them straight to Scrooge's clerks. Bob Cratchit's poor family lived in a small, humble dwelling. On the threshold of the door, the spirit smiled and stopped to bless the Cratchits with the sprinkling of his torch.
Here we are at last. Merry Christmas, all.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, my loves. Tiny Tim, sit ye down and rest. And how did Tiny Tim behave at church?
Very well. Somehow he says the strangest things. He said he hoped people saw him because he was crippled and that they would be reminded of who it was that made cripples walk and blind men to see.
God bless him.
He grows stronger and hardy, I think.
Spirit, tell me if Tiny Tim will live.
I see a vacant seat in a poor chimney corner, and a crutch without an owner, carefully preserved. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
No, no, Spirit, tell me that Tiny Tim will live.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, what then? If he had like to die, then he had better do it, and decrease the surplus population. Oh, to see the insect on the leaf, bouncing on too much life among his hungry brothers in the dust.
We thank thee, O Lord, for these thy gifts which we are about to receive on this thy birthday, Christmas Day. Make us truly thankful. Amen.
Amen.
And now, dear ones, a toast. I'll give you Mr. Scrooge, the founder of this feast.
Oh, Father! The founder of the feast indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon.
My dear, the children, Christmas Day.
It should be Christmas Day, I am sure, on which one drinks to the health of such an odious, stingy, hard, unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge. You know he is, Robert. Nobody knows it better than you.
My dear, Christmas Day.
I'll drink his health for your sake in the days, not for his.
To Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge!
And a Merry Christmas to us all, my dears. God bless us.
God bless us, everyone. Now let's eat.
There's nothing of high remark in this, Ebenezer. They are not a handsome family, but they are happy, grateful, pleased with one another, and content with the time. And they laugh, but listen. Do you hear the laughter? It is an even-handed, noble adjustment of things. While there is infection and disease and sorrow, there is nothing as irresistibly contagious as laughter and good humor.
Why, this is the house of my nephew.
He said Christmas is a humbug, as I live.
And he believed it too. More shame for him, Fred.
Rose, my love. Charity. He's a comical little fellow, that's the truth. Not so unpleasant as he may be, but his offenses carry their own punishment, and I have nothing to say against him.
Why, this must be his pretty wife.
I'm sure he is very rich, Fred. At least you always tell me so.
But of that, my dear, he don't do any good with it. He don't make himself comfortable with it. He hasn't the satisfaction of thinking he's ever going to benefit any of us with it.
I have no patience with him.
Nor I. Oh, I have. I'm sorry for him. I couldn't be angry with him if I tried. Who suffers by his ill whims? Himself, always. Here, he takes it into his head just like us, and he won't come and dine with us. What's the consequence? You don't lose much of a dinner.
Indeed, I think he loses of a very good dinner.
Here, here. It was a wonderful dinner, Rose.
Oh, yes, sister.
My uncle has given us plenty of merriment, I'm sure, and it would be ungrateful not to wish his health. So I say, to Uncle Scrooge!
Uncle Scrooge!
A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to the old fellow, whatever it is. He wouldn't take it from me, but may have it nevertheless.
And to you, nephew, and to all of you, a Merry Christmas.
This globe is very brief. It ends tonight at midnight. Hark! The time is drawing near.
Spirit, I see something strange clinging to your robe.
Oh man, look down here.
Spirit, are these yours?
They are man's and they cling to me, appealing from their fathers. This boy is ignorance, and this girl is want. Beware them both and all of their degree. For on this boy's forehead I see that for which is doom. Unless it is erased, deny it.
But Spirit, have they not refuge or resource?
Are there no prisons or workhouses?
The spirit of the present was gone. And now Scrooge remembered the prediction of old Jacob Marley and beheld a phantom coming towards him. Its mysterious presence filled him with a solemn dread, and as it came near, he bent down upon his knee, trembling in fear.
Am I in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come? You're about to show me shadows of the things that have not yet happened, will happen in time before us. Is that so, Spirit? Ghost of the future, I fear you more than any other specter I have seen. But as I know your duty is to do me good, lead on, Spirit, lead on.
The phantom moved away, and Scrooge followed in the shadow of its dress, which bore him up and along. The city seemed to spring up about them, and there they were in the heart of it, on the stock exchange. Merchants and businessmen hurried up and down and chinked money in their pockets and conversed in groups.
No, I don't know much about it. I only know he's dead.
When did he die?
Last night, I believe.
Why? What was the matter with him?
Goodness knows.
I thought he'd never die. What has he done with his money?
Hadn't heard. Left it to his company, perhaps. Hasn't left it to me. That's all I know.
It's likely to be a very cheap funeral. For upon my life, I don't know of anybody to go to it. I'll go if a lunch is provided. I must be fed.
Spirit? Who are they talking about? What are you showing me?
The phantom floated onwards into an obscure part of town. The ways were foul and narrow, the shops and houses wretched, the people half naked, drunken, slipshod, ugly. Far in this den of infamous resort lay a low-browed beetling shop. Under a penthouse roof were iron, old rags, bottles, bones, and greasy offal were bought.
Coming to the parlor, coming to the parlor.
Open the bundle of Joe.
What do you call this? Bed curtains?
Bed curtains.
You don't mean to say you took him down, rings and all, with him just lying there?
Yes, I do. Why not?
You were born to make your fortune, and you'll certainly do it.
Don't drop that oil upon the blankets now. His blankets? Whose else's do you think? He isn't likely to take cold without him, I dare say.
I hope he didn't die of anything catching, eh?
Don't you be afraid of that. I ain't so fond of his company that I'd loiter about him for such things if he did. You may look through that shirt till your eyes ache, but you won't find a hole in it, nor a threadbare place. It's the best he had, and a fine one, too. They'd have wasted it if it hadn't been for me.
What do you call wasting of it?
Putting it on him to be buried in, to be sure. Someone was fool enough to do it, but I took it off him again.
Well, well, you do have nerve, my dear.
Who's the worse for the loss of a few things like these? Not a dead man, I suppose.
No, indeed.
If he wanted to keep him after he was dead, a wicked old screw, why wasn't he natural in his lifetime? If he had been, he'd have had someone to look after him when he was struck with death, instead of just lying there, gasping out his last, alone, by himself.
It's the truest word that was ever spoke, and it's a judgment on him. Here, take this. You certainly earned it.
But this is the end, you see. He frightened everyone away when he was alive, to profit us when he was dead.
I see. The case of this unhappy man may be my own. My life tends that way now, you know. Now show me some tenderness connected with the death.
And he took a child and set him in the midst of them. And when he had taken him in his arms, he said unto them, Whoever shall receive one of such children in my name, receiveth me. And whoever shall receive me, receiveth not me, but him that sent me.
I'm sorry, my dears. I need to rest. This sewing, the color hurts my eyes.
The color is black. They're in mourning. Poor Tiny Tim.
They're better now again. It makes them weak by candlelight. And I wouldn't show weak eyes to your father when he comes home for the world. And there's your father at the door.
Good evening, my dears.
Come, Robert. Sit you down. Your tea is ready on the hob.
My, how well you're doing with your sewing. You'll be done long before Sunday.
Sunday? You went to the grave today then, Robert?
Yes, I wish you could have seen how green a place it was. But you'll see it again. I promised him that I'd walk there again on Sunday. Like that.
Oh, Father, dear Father.
Spirit of Tiny Tim, the childish essence was from God.
Finally, they came to a graveyard. Here then the wretched man, whose name he had now to learn, lay underneath the ground, overrun by grass and weeds, growth of vegetation's death. The spirit stood among the graves and pointed down to one.
The Spirit, before I draw near to the stone to which you point, answer me one question. Are these the shadows of the things that will be, or the shadows of things that may be only? Ends courses foreshadow certain ends, to which, if persevered in, they will lead. But if the ends be departed from, the ends will change. Say it is thus with what you show me. Scrooge! Lord, hear me! I repent in dust and ashes. I'm not the man I was. I'm not the man I must have been, but for this intercourse. Good God, your nature intercedes me and pities me. What is this? My own bed. My own bed curtains. They're not torn down, rings and all. They're here. I am here. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirits of all three shall strive within me. I will not shut out the lessons I teach. Heavens be praised. I don't know what to do. I don't know how long I've been among the spirits. I don't know what day of the month it is. I don't know anything. What's today, my fine fellow?
Today? Why, Christmas Day.
Christmas Day. Well, I haven't missed it. The spirits have done it all in one night. They can do anything they like. Of course they can. Of course they can. Hello, my fine fellow.
Hello.
You know the poulterers in the next street but one at the corner?
I hope I did.
An intelligent boy, a remarkable boy. Yes, do you know who sold the fried turkey that was hanging there? Not the little one, the big one.
The one as big as me?
A remarkable boy. Is it a pleasure to talk to him? Yes, my buck.
It's hanging there now.
Is it? Go and buy it.
What? Get out.
No. I'm in earnest. Go and buy it and tell the man to bring it here. Then I may give him the direction where to take it.
As he dressed all his best, and outside the bells of the steeples were calling good people all for church and chapel, and it came to his mind to attend the Christmas service. So he went into the streets, and there he met the boy and the poulterer's man with the enormous turkey. He chuckled as he paid for the turkey. He chuckled as he paid for the cab to carry the great bird. He chuckled as he recompensed the boy, Scrooge chuckled with breathless glee as he went on his way.
Ah, my dear ladies. How do you do? I hope to succeed yesterday. It was very kind of you.
Mr. Scrooge?
Yes, that is my name, and I fear it may not be pleasant to you. Allow me to ask your pardon. And will you have the goodness?
Lord bless me. My dear Mr. Scrooge, are you serious?
If you please, and not a farthing less. A great many back payments are included in it, I assure you.
My dear sir, I don't know what to say to such munificence.
Say nothing, please. Come and see me. Will you come and see me?
We will.
Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you. Thank you 50 times. God bless you.
Bless you.
As he went on his way to church, he greeted people hurrying to and fro, and patted children on the heads, and questioned beggars, and looked into kitchens of houses and up to the windows, and found that anything could yield him pleasure. He had never thought that any walk, that anything could give him so much happiness. And as he reached the parish, he met the vicar at the door.
Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge?
Yes, I know, Vicar. What a surprise. Merry Christmas to you.
Why, bless my soul. Is that you, Uncle Scrooge? Rose, it's Uncle Scrooge. Oh my, Uncle Scrooge.
Hello, my dear fellow. Merry Christmas to you. And Rose, it's wonderful to see you.
Are you feeling all right, Uncle?
Yes, my boy. Never better.
God moves in a mysterious way.
His wonders before. Yes, indeed, Vicar. Fred?
Yes, Uncle Scrooge?
Forgive me for yesterday. Your invitation to dinner? Does it still stand?
Oh yes, Uncle, you are always welcome.
Is that so, my dear?
Of course, Uncle Scrooge. You will be our honored guest.
Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you. Now let's not keep the vicar waiting.
After the service, Scrooge joined his nephew and niece for a wonderful Christmas Day party with wonderful food, wonderful games, wonderful unanimity, and wonderful happiness. But he was early at the office the next morning.
Hello? What do you mean by coming here at this time of day?
I'm very sorry, sir. I'm behind my time.
You are? Yes, I think you are. Now step this way, sir, if you please.
It's only once a year, sir. It shall not be repeated. I was only making rather merry yesterday, sir.
Now I'll tell you what, my friend. I'm not going to stand this sort of thing any longer. And therefore, I'm going to raise your salary, Bob Cratchit.
What's that, Scrooge?
A Merry Christmas, Bob.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge, sir.
A Merry Christmas, Bob Cratchit, that I've given you for many a year. We'll talk about your affairs this very afternoon over a smoking bowl of Christmas Bishop, Bob. Make up the fires and buy another coal scuttle where you can dot another I, Bob Cratchit.
You had to keep Christmas well. If any man alive possessed the knowledge, may that be truly said of all of us. And as Tiny Tim observed,
God bless us, everyone!
Comfort and joy, oh tidings of comfort If you would like more information about classical Christian education, or you would like to support classical Christian education in Canada, please see the links below.